guys, welcome back to Kenny J's Life. I know y'all read that title. Today I'm doing a story time about the time that I almost got evicted. Y'all, yes, almost got evicted. So sad. But we back, we better. We done moved on from that and everything. So I'm gonna give y'all like the backstory, like literally everything. I mean like everything, y'all. That was like my year of struggle, but everybody goes through struggles, so I'm gonna share mine with y'all. But before I get too far into this video, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that bell is on so every time I drop another video you will be notified. All right, y'all, so let's just get straight into this video because it's kind of long, it's kind of lengthy, but it's a lot of good tips in this video, so make sure you watch all the way to the time I almost got evicted, y'all. It's not funny, but it's funny thinking about it, like the stuff I just got into when I was just doing stuff. From the beginning, I was young, I needed money, I was broke, okay? I was working, I want to say I was working at Domino's, or I was working, I don't remember where I was working. I was working somewhere where it wasn't paying my bills, basically. So I was on Instagram and I was looking for fast money. Y'all, don't do that. Do not look for fast money. There's no such thing as fast money. There's no such thing as free money, okay? So I was looking for fast money and I was like, oh, I ran across an Instagram page. Well, first, let me back up. First, I was trying to flip money and my card kept declining. And at that moment, I should have known, like, Kendra, just like stop. Like, just stop trying to get money. Like, it will come, this, that. Okay. So my card kept declining because my bank was like, oh, we don't like, it was like out of state somewhere. So like my bank was like, oh no, we're not doing that. So they declined it. So then I kept looking on Instagram for like other stuff. So I ran across this page, and on the page it was like all of these people like basically like getting money in their account, and it was like thousands. It was like $8,000-9,000, like just like in their account. So I was like, oh shit, like, and then like the person had like pictures of like packages and all this stuff. So I messaged the person and I was like, hey, you know, what is this all about? Well, y'all, let me tell y'all. So the requirements, just so you can even start the process, you had to send your bank card. Okay, you had to overnight it at that. Then once they got your bank card, give them your information, your banking information. You had to call your bank and tell them that you're out of state and that you're going to be making out of state purchases, basically. So me not thinking, I sent him my card. I sent them my card. Mind you, we're communicating this whole time like just normal people. So I sent him my bank card. He told me he got it. Okay, cool. You know, we good. Then he was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna need your bank information, this, that. Okay, cool. So I sent him my bank information. Well, I had my rent and everything in my bank account, but it wasn't the whole rent. It was just enough like for like half of the rent or like 3/4 of the rent. I don't even remember. So he was like, oh, I said, well, you know, I have my rent money in there. Like, do you suggest that I take it out or like move it to my savings? So he was like, oh, you can just move it to your savings because I won't touch it. This is that. So I was like, okay, cool. So I moved my rent to the savings and everything else I had in there, I left it in there. So after he did everything that he did and stuff like that, I waited day after day after day. So Okay, so like the first day when he first like took all my stuff, he was like, oh, yeah, you know, you're good, like I done got everything I needed, you know, now it's just time for you to wait or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, whatever. So then the second day I wasn't hearing from him, so I was like, I was getting nervous because I was like, hold up, like you got my information, like you can't just be going ghost. So that was day 2. So he finally messaged me. He was like, calm down, I got it under control, like I'm working on y'all stuff, whatever. So day 3, y'all, day 3 I seen money in my account. So I was like, okay, you know, this shit legit, whatever. Y'all, when I tell y'all, so he said he was supposed to get like a certain percentage of whatever he puts in. He's supposed to get like 30%. Y'all, took his 30%. I have yet to see the card. I have yet to see the money. Plus, I had a what's it called? A CD. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's like an investment. I had a CD. They took that. They took all the money I had in my account, like all of it, the rent and everything, okay? So mind you, my rent is gone, my CD is gone. Like I'm wiped out. I don't have no more money. So I called the bank and they were like, oh, we seen, you know, because I already called them and said that I was going out of state. So now I can't go back on my word. Well, let me tell y'all something. Don't drag your friends into stuff that you got going on, because I dragged my friends into it and it just wasn't good, okay? So I dragged one of my friends into it, my best friend actually, Brie Roche, and she ended up canceling her card before anything. So she was good, and she took the money off her card. So she was real good, because he was like, oh, you could have zero balance. So, you know, she was good. So then her sister did it. They canceled the card before it even could make it. So they didn't even have to worry about any of that. Fast forward, I'm like trying to figure out, well, how am I finna pay rent? Mind you, the first is like the next day. So it was the first. I was just praying. I was like, God, like I cannot afford to get evicted, you know. But that was my mistake. So I mean, you live, you learn, you gotta live with your mistakes. So it was the first. Rent was due. And they give you until like the 3rd before they start charging late charges and everything. Mind you, my rent was $14.11 every month, and that was not including the water bill. My rent was $14.11 plus whatever the water bill was. So I think it was like $14.70 something. It wasn't like $1,500 yet, okay? So by the 3rd, they start charging late fees. So the first day after the 3rd, on the 4th, they charge you $100. And then every day after that, I think they charge you $10, $15. So from the 5th on, they charge you $10, $15. Okay, so the 1st went by, the 2nd went by, the 3rd went by, the 4th went by, and you know, so on went by. Okay, so if y'all don't know, when you get to the 10th and you have not paid your rent, they will give you an eviction notice, okay? So I think it was like the 7th, and we had an eviction notice on the door, okay? So we were like, man, what are we finna do? Like, mind you, I'm praying because I'm like, I really don't have this money. Like, I mean, I can't just be like, oh, let me pull it out of my back pocket. I couldn't call my parents and ask them, because that would have went totally left. Then I gotta figure out how to get a loan. I think at this moment is when I really like adulted, because I was like in go mode. I was like, okay, how can I get a loan? What can I do? Where can I go? Who's going to approve me? Y'all, getting a loan is really hard. So I went to Wells Fargo, denied. I went to Bank of America, denied. I went to Chase, denied. I went to like one of those little loan places. I don't really know what they're called, but I went to them and they only approved me for like $200. So I was like, man, I need a loan like now. So the 7th went by and I was like, I was burnt out. I went to all these banks. They didn't approve me. Nobody approved me. So the next day, which was the 8th, on campus, they end up giving us like this whole little bank stuff. It was like a new bank, upcoming bank. So I was like, okay, let me try them. Whatever. Let me try them. So I went, I tried them. The first, I think they were finna close or something. I don't remember. I think it was like a Friday or a Saturday. It had to be like a Saturday. It was like a Saturday, or no, it was a Friday, and they were getting ready to close. So she was like, well, we could do all your information now, but you won't know if you got approved until tomorrow. So the next day was the 9th, and I was like, I don't have time to be waiting, so I need an answer like now. So I did everything, and I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just have to do it, because hopefully if I get approved, then maybe I could get enough to be like, oh, let me pay like enough to where I won't get evicted. Well, I did the application, y'all. At this point, I was just so over it. I really was, y'all. But let me tell y'all how faith in God works. And so I did 2 applications there. I did one for a credit line, and I did one for an actual loan, like a credit card loan. Okay, so they approved me for both. Okay, but the one that was for the credit card, she told me, she was like, oh, you're gonna have to come back because we don't have any cards, or you could go to a different location. Mind you, they're finna close. So, well, she was like, you come back tomorrow, we'll try to get you something temporary enough to where you can get the credit card. So I did the application. I ended up getting approved for a credit line, and it was for $500, and the $500 was like immediate, because I already had a bank with them. So it basically is like through your bank account stuff. So it was immediate. So I knew I had got approved for $500. So I was like, by this time the rent was like, I think the rent was like $1,600, almost $1,700, y'all. Like it was up there. It was up there, y'all. So I was like, okay. Bree gave me what she had, and you know, I had the little $500. So then we like, okay, what we're gonna do to come up with the rest? So we waited. We went back the next morning, and they were like, oh, you know, we want to tell you congratulations because you got approved for a $1,500 credit card. I was so happy. I started crying because I was just like, my rent is paid. I don't have to ask nobody. And I literally just bawled my eyes out right then. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yes. I was like, y'all just don't understand. Like, I was finna be evicted. And like, I just started telling her my story and stuff. And she was just like, wow, like, I would have never known. I just could tell, like, you were really adamant, like, you really needed this, like, right now. So, but yeah, I ended up getting the loan, and I had to end up doing a money order because once it's so far late, they won't take it like on the app. And so I had to go get a money order. Then I had to go pay it and stuff. So I had to go to the office before they closed, and it was just like they was just giving us the runaround. Then they were like, oh, it's gonna take 1 business day for it to actually process and go through. So if you don't do it before the 10th, then we're gonna have to actually like evict you. And I was like, I cannot afford to get evicted. I was like, but I'm telling you, like, I have the money order, like, so. But anyway, we got everything paid, settled, and everything like that. But y'all see these people online on Instagram, Facebook saying, oh, flip this, flip $50 for $500. Don't do it. I'm telling y'all, don't do it. If you see them posting cards and people getting their bank account like skyrocket high, don't do it, because they're scamming people. They're putting fake checks in their account to make it look like, you know, oh, the money is there, and then as soon as it, you know, show up, they go take the money out, and basically you stuck with nothing plus a negative balance. So don't do it. Like, it's not worth it. And it really was a lesson learned, because money, like, you just have to trust in God. Money will come, money will go, but you just have to learn how to, like, save your money, do what you need to do, and, you know, make sure you just, you know, trust God. Really, that was just the whole scenario of that whole, like, story, like, basically I had to learn to trust God, because I was trying to do it all on my own. Like, I kept going to all these places and stuff, and I was just like, why wouldn't I get approved? Like, I was so mad. I was like heated. And like Bree was just like, you need to calm down, like, it's okay, like, we're gonna get it. Like, and I guess because my faith wasn't as strong as I thought it was during that time, is why I was like so upset and stuff. But now, I think if I went through that, I probably would have been like, oh, I'm not worried, because it's like, and many other things I've been through, and I just was like, oh, it's okay, like, I know it will come. Oh, you know, because I just know how God works, and I know God has always supplied everything I needed, so I never had to worry about that. So, but yeah, that's the time I got evicted. So everything that I just said, just don't do it. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Not playing. That's my story of how I almost got evicted. And that was like 3-4 years ago. So I had moved into another apartment since then, and I was good, y'all. Like, I struggled a little bit, but I wasn't like on my last. So if y'all know what that means. So I was good. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Comment money in the comment section below. You can go to my Instagram, which it will be in one of these or down here. My social media, y'all can message me. I do message back, and let me know what else y'all want to see. But a lot of y'all requested this story time, so I thought I'd give it to y'all. But I'm gonna keep dropping these bangers. We're gonna get out our feelings, because life goes on. I'm bigger, I'm better, and yes, that's it. But anyway, make sure that bell is on, so every time I drop another lit video, you will be notified. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. And we just growing. We on the road to 500, and we gonna get there. So yes, tell your friends, share this video, let everybody know. Let your mama know, your daddy know, your sister know, your brother know. Let them all know, and make sure they subscribe as well. All right, y'all. But until next time, y'all, we out. Peace.